Welcome to an in-depth exploration of the captivating process behind the creation of U.S. coins. Have you ever stopped to think about how the pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters jingling in your pocket or purse came to be? Today, we're taking you on a detailed journey inside the United States Mint, the government institution responsible for producing the nation's coinage. From the selection of raw materials to the final distribution of coins, this intricate process blends cutting-edge technology, skilled craftsmanship, and a rich tradition rooted in American history. Whether you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or simply curious about the behind-the-scenes magic, this video will reveal every step of how coins are made. Buckle up for a fascinating ride through the U.S. coin factory. The journey of a coin begins long before it reaches your hands. It starts with the careful selection of raw materials. The U.S. Mint uses specific metal compositions tailored to each coin's denomination to ensure durability, functionality, and aesthetic appeal. For instance, the modern penny is made of a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper, a cost-saving measure adopted in 1982 to replace the more expensive solid copper pennies. Nickels are crafted from a 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy, giving them their distinctive silver appearance and resilience. Dimes, quarters, and half dollars are clad coins, meaning they consist of a pure copper core sandwiched between two layers of a copper-nickel alloy. These metals are sourced from trusted suppliers who deliver them in the form of large coils or strips, often weighing thousands of pounds. The Mint rigorously tests these materials for purity and quality, as even minor impurities could affect the coin's performance in circulation. Did you know that the U.S. Mint produces over 10 billion coins annually to meet the demands of commerce? That's a staggering amount of metal processed each year. Once the raw materials arrive at one of the Mint's facilities, primarily in Philadelphia or Denver for circulating coins, the production process kicks into high gear with blanking. This step involves feeding the metal coils into massive, high-speed blanking presses that punch out round discs called blanks or planchets. These blanks are the blank canvases of coins, devoid of any design or markings. The presses operate with remarkable precision, cutting blanks to the exact diameter and thickness required for each denomination. For example, a penny blank measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, while a quarter blank is 24.26 millimeters. Any excess metal, known as web or scrap, is collected and recycled to minimize waste, reflecting the Mint's commitment to efficiency and sustainability. After blanking, the planchets undergo a cleaning process to remove oils, dirt, or residues from manufacturing. They're then annealed, a heat treatment process that softens the metal by heating it to high temperatures and slowly cooling it. This makes the blanks more malleable for the striking process and ensures a smooth, polished surface ready for the next stage. Before the blanks can become coins, they need an edge treatment for certain denominations. This is where the upsetting process comes in. Planchets for dimes, quarters, and half dollars are fed into upsetting machines that raise a slight rim around the edge. This rim, or upset edge, serves multiple purposes. It helps protect the coin's design from wear, makes coins easier to stack, and prepares them for reading. The grooved edges you see on dimes and quarters. Pennies and nickels, however, typically have smooth edges. The upsetting process requires incredible precision, as the rim must be uniform to ensure the coin strikes evenly later. After upsetting, the planchets are inspected to confirm they meet exact specifications for weight, diameter, and thickness. Any planchets that don't pass muster are melted down and recycled, ensuring only perfect blanks move forward. Now, let's dive into one of the most artistic and technically demanding steps: designing the coin. The U.S. Mint employs a team of skilled artists and engravers who create the iconic images that grace U.S. coins, such as Abraham Lincoln on the penny or the bald eagle on certain commemorative coins. The design process begins with hand-drawn sketches or digital renderings, often inspired by historical events, figures, or national landmarks. For example, the popular 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, featured unique designs for each state, celebrating America's diversity. Once a design is approved, it's transformed into a 3D model using advanced software. From there, the mince engravers use state-of-the-art technology, such as computer-controlled milling machines, to carve the design into a master hub, a steel tool that serves as the template for the coin's dies. The master hub is used to create working dies, which are the hardened steel tools that will stamp the design onto the planchets. These dies are engraved in reverse, meaning the raised parts of the coin appear as recessed areas on the die. Crafting a die is a meticulous process, as even a microscopic flaw could ruin thousands of coins. The mince engravers take immense pride in their work, ensuring every detail, from the curve of a letter to the texture of a portrait, is perfect. With the planchets prepared and the dies ready, it's time for the striking process, the moment when a blank officially becomes a coin. The planchets are fed into coining presses, which are engineering marvels capable of exerting thousands of pounds of pressure. Each press holds 2 dies, one for the obverse, the heads side, featuring portraits like George Washington or Thomas Jefferson, and one for the reverse, the tails side, often depicting symbols like Monticello or the eagle. When a planchet is placed between the dies, the press strikes it with tremendous force, imprinting the design, date, mint mark, and inscriptions like E pluribus unum in a fraction of a second. For circulating coins, presses operate at lightning speed, producing up to 750 coins per minute. For special collector coins, such as proof or uncirculated coins, the process is slower and more deliberate. Proof coins, for instance, are struck multiple times with polished dies to create a mirror-like finish and razor-sharp details, making them prized by collectors. The mince facilities in Philadelphia and Denver primarily produce circulating coins, while San Francisco and West Point focus on high-quality collector and bullion coins. Each coin receives a mint mark, a small P, D, S, or W, indicating where it was made. After striking, every coin undergoes a rigorous quality control process to ensure it meets the mint's exacting standards. Automated systems equipped with cameras and sensors scan coins for defects, such as off-center strikes, double strikes, or surface imperfections. Trained inspectors also perform manual checks, especially for high-value or collector coins. Defective coins are removed from production and melted down to be recycled, ensuring only flawless coins reach the public. This step is critical, as coins must not only function in vending machines and cash registers, but also represent the United States with pride. For proof coins, the inspection process is even more stringent, as collectors expect perfection. Coins that pass inspection are sorted by denomination and prepared for the final stage of production. The final step in the coin-making process is counting, packaging, and distribution. Coins are counted using automated machines that ensure accuracy, then weighed to confirm they meet the correct specifications. Circulating coins are typically packaged in large canvas bags, each holding thousands of coins, or rolled into paper wrappers for smaller quantities. The U.S. Mint works closely with the Federal Reserve, which distributes coins to banks and financial institutions across the country. Armored trucks transport these coins to ensure they reach their destinations securely. The Mint's Philadelphia and Denver facilities produce the bulk of circulating coins, while the San Francisco and West Point mints focus on commemorative coins, proof sets, and bullion products like the American Silver Eagle. Fun fact, the Mint also produces coins for other countries under special contracts, showcasing its expertise on a global stage. Beyond everyday pocket change, the U.S. Mint plays a significant role in preserving American history and culture through its coinage. Commemorative coins, for example, honor significant events, people, or places, such as the Apollo 11 50th anniversary coin or coins celebrating national parks. These coins are often struck in precious metals like silver or gold and are highly sought after by collectors. The Mint also produces bullion coins, like the American Gold Eagle or American Buffalo, which are popular among investors for their metal content and purity. Each coin, whether a humble penny or a gleaming gold coin, carries a piece of American heritage. The Mint's commitment to quality ensures that U.S. coins are not only functional, but also recognized worldwide for their craftsmanship and beauty. As we conclude this deep dive into the U.S. coin factory, it's clear that making coins is a remarkable fusion of art, science, and history. From sourcing raw materials to striking intricate designs and distributing coins nationwide, the U.S. Mint's process is a testament to precision, dedication, and national pride. The next time you flip a coin or drop a quarter into a vending machine, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey it took to reach you, from a coil of metal to a tiny masterpiece. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.